Alright, so the last time you guys saw this firearm, we did a cleaning video and I told you guys that I was going to be changing the stock. So with the folding stock, it has this plunger in it. It makes up the space for the folding adapter. We left that out last time, and we'll be taking off the folding stock now to put on the CQR Gen 2 fixed stock. To put that on, we had to get the full length buffer tube, the A1 buffer tube, and we ordered a new spring. The buffer tube that I got is a CMMG buffer tube, and the spring is a music wire full length rifle spring. So the CQR Gen 2 comes with the stock and a hand grip. It comes with a stock extender, and it'll bring all the hardware. To put it on, with the exception of the bolt to attach the hand grip to the lower receiver. So I just went in my local Ace Hardware and picked up a lock washer and a bolt for that. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and remove the upper from the lower. And then we're going to remove the stock from here. For these tight castle nuts, I have this spanner wrench that I shaped down a little bit to make sure it fits in there, and we'll use that to remove in this tight spot. Now, this has a set screw that holds the pin, the spring for the detent on your pin here. And that spring, it's kind of stuck in there, and you need to make sure you get it out before you try to turn the stock. If you try to turn the folding stock out of place, you're going to completely damage that spring. We'll just turn it upside down and see if we can get it to come out. So I have this feeler gauge. I'm going to use this to try to work the spring out of there so that I can pull it out with my hand. You want to keep an eye out for the detent, that it doesn't fall out. I always put some grease on the detent and on the springs, so that should keep it in there. So the center nut here, it's a 3/16. You'll have to extract that in order to retract the plunger that holds the stock adapter from rotating. Oh, it's just a set screw. And then you can retract that plunger. So we'll go ahead and remove the hand grip. As the new stock has its own grip, we'll be taking this off anyways, but right now we'll have to get it off because you can't get the folding stock adapter to come out to rotate with it in place. Also, most of the hand grip bolts are going to be a 3/16 also, if not all. Be careful when you're removing it not to lose your spring. We're going to keep this bolt with this hand grip because this one's a little thicker than your standard hand grip and it takes a longer bolt. Also be careful that you don't lose your detent from there. So now that that's off, we can go ahead and rotate. Okay, now with the stock off, we're gonna go ahead and put the arrow shell on our spring for the detent that holds the buffer and buffer spring in place. And we'll attach our buffer tube. I also put a little grease on the threads of the buffer tube. We'll bring the buffer tube in. Until it touches there. And make sure the detent moves freely. I don't know, a little grease to the buffer tube. Then we can slide on our stock. So the stock is not lined up. You gotta kind of force it in place. We'll put a punch in there to try to help us line it up. So the tool you need is going to be a hex head, and it's going to be a 2.5 millimeter to fit the head of the bolt. As I put in all the bolts, I'm going to add a little Loctite to everything. I always use the blue Loctite, so I have the option of easily removing it later, especially if it's plastic I'm putting it on. Some of the arrow shell on the spring. Well, now we'll attach the stock to the buffer tube. Make sure you have your washer in there. For that one, I used the 3/16. You have to ensure that you have this in before you install your quick connect sockets. The quick connect socket will have a threaded side and a countersunk side. Doesn't really matter what side you put where, as long as your screw goes in through the countersunk side first. Now that's locked in. These back two bolts are going to lock your stock in place. I'm not going to put any Loctite on those until I can get to the range and see exactly where I want it. I think it has three or four settings. Those are going to be 3 millimeter.